They were determined. They were determined for uncompromised independence. Their desire to occupy the office of the colonial settler was highly insatiable. They didn't allow any chance to pass without compromise. Joshua Nkomo had an opportunity to accept Ian Smith's surrender, but he felt independence was for the public in Zimbabwe and not specifically for the leader. But the other side of the aisle, they believed independence was consistent and synonymous with them being on the negotiating table and making the ends their win. The Lancaster House Constitution was organized. It was very popular to have a lawyer, and the teacher could not get into those negotiations alone without the lawyer. The army commander from the Zandla could not be trusted without a perceived young lawyer, and this was Emmerson Mnangagwa. He had to attend the Lancaster House Constitution. The whites believed in him. They had a hope for democracy. Mugabe was going to hand over power to him. All the other senior members could not attend the Lancaster House Constitution. It was indeed a deception. They delivered independence from the British rule. They failed to deliver freedom to the people. They spoke about freedom, but they didn't allow freedom to get into their offices. They didn't like freedom to replace their offices. They didn't like freedom amongst the civil servants. They didn't like freedom in the streets. They didn't like freedom of expression. They didn't like freedom of calling out their name. They didn't like freedom of what they would do to the fellow black men. 1980 was a mere fash. The white skin that was replaced by a black skin, the oppression of a white man that was perpetuated by a black man. In the 21st century, a small country called Zimbabwe in Southern Africa started crying for democracy. But the Liberation War Party would not release authority to the people. They became fewer and fewer, but they continued to hold. People believed natural attrition was going to eliminate them, but they continued to renew their strategy. Power became sweet. The struggle went through. 2008 almost provided the greatest challenge. And Morgan Tsvangirai had to negotiate an inclusive winner-take-all constitution. Why then would I say inclusive when it is a winner-take-all? Inclusive on the element of two-party interests. But one grave mistake was made by Morgan Tsvangirai. He needed to negotiate a constitution for an inclusive government. But it slipped, and he took a winner-take-all. The 2013 plebiscite decided otherwise, and the opposition was in Abbas. They remained with an outcry for strategy, but a coup was loading. 2017, it was fully manifest, and in 2018, it would manifest its true color by shooting innocent civilians and vendors selling tomatoes in the streets. Because an election was lost, a protest was in the streets. The promise for democracy, the opening up of democracy, became another pipe dream. Emerson grabs the power. He becomes the president. 2019 gets rocked with the protest in the streets. Infiltration ordered by the government gets into the opposition, runs out of control. Unrecorded deaths, never covered by any inquiry, but only condemned by foreign embassies. The doors to protest is shut down. He takes an open road to the constitutional amendment number 3 in 2026. After changing the constitution twice between 2018 and 2023, he is consolidating power. Zimbabweans are in disarray. They are wondering, is it a constitutional amendment for the people? They are not confused. It is for him. It was 2030. We will be there. And they thought it was a band. And officially, he has banned elections, something that never happened since 1980. The dressed dictatorship in democracy. He has declared its presence within the same democratic constitution, the world watching. Will Zimbabweans depend on the world, or they have to take authority into their arms? Let us all wait for 31st of March. The march to freedom should never end until freedom is coupled with independence. Democracy deciding the leader than chieftainship in the society of Zimbabwe. What a blessing. Will it ever be attained? There is more worry than concern. Yet they are concerned, but their concern has no one listening to. Every time the protest community decides to take onto the streets, all the leadership across the aisle refrains from protest. Will there be democracy? From time to time, the opposition movement is bought by the oligarchs. Democracy has become a pipe dream. What then? The choice rests upon Zimbabweans on what would they want, how they can obtain a credible leader. It's not a talk anymore. It's a demonstration of capability. It's true. Without hope, we'll be running into a one-party state soon. We have to have hope. Protect democracy. Fight for democracy. If you can't stand up and fight for democracy, you are not democratic from your heart. Stand up, Zimbabwe. and claim your country. There's no other country in the world where you were born other than Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is your birthright. Don't allow it to go. Stand up. Don't lose your birthright because of pottage. You will never recover it. This is my stern advice. Thank you.